Right, Amber, so the last paper one that I marked, you scored 50, which was a D, about 10, 11 marks off a grade C. Your best mark so far was on paper 2, where you got 69. So let's see how you get on with this. Let's see if you can bring your paper 1 mark up to that of your paper 2 best. Perfect start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 marks there. Well done. 12 books, 80 pence change, and that's correct as well. So 5, 7 marks there. Full marks on the first 2 questions. Good start. Good again. You've labelled your axes. It's nicely spaced out. Can't fault that. Full marks for that. Black and 9 out of 40. Really strong start here, Amber. Well done. 36 and centimetres. 45 and centimetres squared. Wow. So 9 rows of 12 seats. 108 seats, 108 on the left, 108 on the right, 216 seats in total. So everything you've done there is right. What you haven't done is conclude. You haven't decided whether or not there will be enough seats for 200 people. You've told me there are 216. You need a sentence there to say, so there will be enough seats. Okay, without that, with and you could say with 16 spare. That's showing that you're comparing your calculations 216 to what you're trying to get. So out of that you will get 5 marks because you haven't concluded. That one, there are 3 types of angles you need to know the names of: obtuse, acute and reflex. Acute is small, it's smaller than 190, smaller than 90. Obtuse is the one that's greater than 90 and less than 180. And reflex is the other one, which is bigger than 180 degrees. With this one, you don't actually need a compass. It's not a compass question, it's an angle measure question. PQ is 10. Well, it's not, unfortunately, because I've shrunk it down, but you're still able to answer this question. RPQ, PQ is there, so R must be up there somewhere, and RPQ is 36. So what you need to do is to get your angle measurer, line the 0 up with the line, and the centre at the point where we want to draw our angle from. And we want to draw 36 degrees. So we can see that the counting up from 0 is the inside, the blue scale. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36 degrees is there. I'll put my ruler up. So I know that 36 degrees is somewhere on that line, but I don't know where. But I do know that it's 112 degrees to Q. So R to Q to P is 112. Now this time, in order to line the 0 up along the line that's drawn, I have to turn it around. So the centre on Q, the 0 lined up with the line, and now I'm counting on the outside scale, 0, 10, 10, 20 and so on. So 112 degrees, there's 100, 110, 112 is there. And then you join through there like that, and where the 2 lines cross is where R is. So that particular question, you don't need a compass. So 5 for that page. Height is 7, good. It's 15 below. Chart 395. Good. 5 for that page. Excellent. 7 out of 16 is correct. So 160 divided by 16 is 10. So we would expect 70 people to win. That is correct. £1.50 times 70 is £105, but that isn't profit. That 70 winners, and they're each going to get that. So that's what they've got to pay out. Okay, so the £105 is what they need to pay to the winners. Now what you haven't calculated is how much the game generates. You've got 160 players, each paying 80 pence. So you have to work out what that is. So you work that out, and that gives you how much is coming in. So everybody that plays is going to pay 80 pence. So there's 160 lots of 80 coming in, and then 70 winners are going to get the £105. You take those away, and that gives you the profit. So the profit is the pay-in minus payout, and that bit you haven't worked out. So you get your 2 marks for the table, you get your 1 mark for correctly working out the probability of a winner, you get your mark for the correct number of pupils, players expected to win. You're going to get 1 mark, 2 marks for working out the profit, and then you don't get the rest of the marks. So 2, 4, that can't be right. Yes, you can. There's 6 marks. You get 4 out of 6. So that's pretty good. Nice conversion graph. 2 marks for that. And then you've gone and scribbled everything out here. So there may be something correct under there. Don't obliterate an answer unless you're going to replace it. It would be better to have something down there that may be worth marks than something the examiner can't see. If you're going to replace it, then it needs to be clearly crossed out. So we need 50 nautical miles. This is the nautical mile axis. We can see it only goes up to 24. If it went up to 25, we could read off 25 and double it, but it doesn't. So we have to use another number. Now the easiest one would be 10. If I could work out what 10 is and times it by 5, that will give me 50. So because it's a straight line relationship, if I'm multiplying that one by 5, I would multiply whatever comes off there by 5. So what you would do is you would read across to 10, down, read off that value and multiply it by 5. 2, 4, 6, 8 for the page. Again, you've obliterated there, so I can't see what you put. They may or may not have been right. So watch my video solution of that. It's definitely something we will be looking at in class. That's good. 4 marks. And Swansea's 10 minutes late at Bristol. So 15 late leaving Bristol. Good. We practiced these before the exam in November, so I'm surprised that you weren't able to do that. What you want to be doing is repeatedly dividing by prime numbers, and if it's an even number, you can divide by 2. So half of that is 70. That you can divide by 2 to get 35. And you're going to keep doing this until you're just left with prime numbers. 35 isn't a prime number because 5 goes into it. So 5 goes into it 7 times. Now, those are all prime numbers. So there's no more division to do. So you can write 140 as 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. And in index form, because I've got 2 times 2 there, that's the same as 2 squared. So for the full marks, that's what they're looking for you to do. Have a look at the video clip for the second bit that you've left out there. It is a 5-sided shape, so that is good. But there's a fair bit more work that you need to do after that. So you're going to get 1 mark for 5-sided shape. Have a look how I go through that on the video clip. This is good. That's exactly what they want you to do. You work out that y is 6. So that's fantastic. And then you go and work out the differences, and you've got those right as well. So that's really good. Well done. 2, 5, 6 marks on that page. This one, it isn't y cubed plus 18. When you multiply out a bracket, you have to multiply what's outside by each and everything that's in. So y times y cubed. So if you've got y times, and y cubed would be y times y times y, what you end up with is y to the 4 times itself 4 times, and then y times 6 is 6y. That one's correct, and so is that. Well done. And so is that, and so is that. That's really good. 7 marks there. That's a really strong performance, Amber. I think that is certainly a C grade. Well, let's just check. 18, 24, 37, 42, 47, 55, 59, 61, 67, 74. Magnificent. So that's a grade C. That's a really, really comfortable grade C. If we can keep there, if you can keep working now at that level, you will absolutely smash a grade C in the summer. Well done. I'm really impressed with that, Amber.